Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and if you guys watched the clip I just put up before, it was me doing some bench pressing from the other day. And a lot of people have asked me repeatedly in videos, so I'm just going to clarify this. Hopefully people can find it on the search engine later, of why do I close grip bench press, and why don't I have a really big arch. I have an arch, but it's not really generous. And there's really a few reasons for all of that. Number one, on the close grips, I find keeping inside the rings, even at meet time, staying inside the rings puts less wear and tear on my shoulders. I'm in the sub-masters now in powerlifting. I'll be in the masters before long. I know a lot of guys in the sub-masters and masters who have had to have shoulder surgeries, had to have things repaired in their shoulders, and bench pressing really wide does put extra strain upon your shoulders. There's a lot of reasons why it does that. I find that I can bench more often with no shoulder pain and faster recovery if I go really narrow and go with a closed grip. A lot of other lifters over the years have noted this. If you look around, you'll see that there are others, and some of them are top level elite lifters who have that same philosophy, and most of them have avoided shoulder issues over the years, or pec tears up here, the upper pec, things like that. So that's one reason to do it, and the difference in strength is very, very minimal unless you're a very, very big archer. People who arch really big get more because it shortens the stroke even further off that really wide bench press. I'm not a big archer, one, because I'm not good at it, because I'm deadlifting a lot more these days. I don't feel that my lower back is well suited to it because I like to deadlift a lot. And as I've gotten a bit older, I find maintaining that level of flexibility isn't what it once was, and I would really rather not put that sort of stress on my back with the whole combination of things. Is one part of it. And the other part of it has to do with the training philosophy that I personally adhere to. Is that I love powerlifting, but I love powerlifting for the functional strength that it gives you in the real world. Now, if I'm really heavily manipulating what I'm doing, trying to get a really massive arch so that I can take the hardest part of the range of motion out, I'm not necessarily building as much real strength that is going to be helpful for the muscle for athletic performance purposes, and in a lot of ways even for possible muscle building purposes. It's just overall you're not getting the strength and development from doing it that way that you could. You're using really a technique to start chopping the range of motion way down on lifts to lift more weights at meets. And while that might be helpful purely in competition, I'm not convinced that's helpful for all around general strength and real strength itself. And my philosophy has always been one of real strength. That's the reason I enjoy powerlifting, is because you are training for real strength on functional movements. And as a lot of you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the bench press for that purpose, but I train the bench press because it's tested in sports like football, so that's one of the reasons I put it in programs, and of course it's a competition lift in my sport. I would be quite content if powerlifting removed the bench press completely. I know that's blasphemy, people don't want to hear that, but it wouldn't bother me one bit if they changed it for something else or removed it. So accordingly, I train it for more functional patterns rather than can I squeeze 5 more kilos out of my bench press by finding ways to shorten down that range of motion. So those are my reasons for doing all those things. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.